where you feel like you're able to build the most influence and what form that takes. And just as people think about influence, can you talk a little bit about how you're obviously building that through YouTube and media and all that stuff and through what you're doing there. But then also, do you feel like your connections into the accelerator and startup community that you're building now is going to be what's kind of the true driver towards that influence? Or do you feel like it's more you doing your own thing on the sides, like, and just experimenting?
Yeah, no, me doing my own stuff on the side is really just experimenting, as you already pointed out. So for me, that's nothing that I see, as my long-term goal. I do think it's important to build reach and following online. So I do think in today's world, that's an asset, to have 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 people following you. But that being said, the main thing I think is, for me is interesting in terms of value generation going forward is bridging the knowledge gaps between China and the rest of the world. So it's like there's a huge wall, a huge information asymmetry between China and the rest of the world. And I see my mission in taking a hammer and poking small holes into that wall and then slowly increasing the holes. And so there's lots of potential there. Although many people think that, China is opening up much more and, free flow of goods and information. But the reality is the information asymmetry is still super high. And every day I stay longer in China, I realize now that I'm interacting, for example, with, the Shanghai government or with other high-ranking Chinese government officials, I just realize what a different world that is and how much of potential there lies in connecting, for example, China and Europe or China and the US more. And for me, the thing that I'm interested in is, startups. So for me, it's about the startup ecosystem and specifically focusing on building bridges for the startup ecosystems in China and the rest of the world.